One major challenge that we see about the buses is the boarding point. How are you solving for this issue?
For example, we are using GPRS. We have today it's very easy. For example,
How do you think technology has added value to your business?
so right now we would say that we are trying to improvise on the
tie-up with those businesses who are a major focus is major on the technology.
So what do you think are the current major challenges faced in your industry?
Different states have different rules and regulations, government policies. Just one tax for the
Operators entering into the EV buses. So
Yes.
do you have any plans?
We are talking with a few companies to introduce EV buses in our fleet as well.
More of it makes sense as well. EV is more green, it is more sustainable.
It's an honor to have both of you over here. For our viewers who do not know the story of both of you, take us through your business story. How did your father start this business? What prompted you to take over this business in the...
So basically, Jabbar Travels as a company was founded by my grandfather in the year 1968. So at that time, my grandfather was into buses of stage carriage buses. So he used to have the stage carriage buses running in and around Bangalore and small towns like Kolar or Chintamani, Mulbagal, and few interstate routes also. That time it was Chittoor and Tirupati in Andhra Pradesh. So they were into the business, and he had few of his sons also joining him down the lane. So my father had an interest in the business because that time my grandfather chose to name the business on my father. So my father's name is Abdul Jabbar. So obviously because of the name, my father had the business on his name. So he was little more connected to the business, and he was the one who chose to run night service buses.
Okay.
So down the lane in 70s, late 70s, my father was the very few of the first operators who started Bangalore Hyderabad route, night service Bangalore Hyderabad routes. So then it became so that he was very much comfortable doing business on that route. Obviously, he had many challenges at that time regarding the RTOs, regarding the running of buses, city entry that time also here and all. But he kept on his passion for the bus industry.
Okay.
So he wanted to do something unique, and he wanted to make very nice buses, very comfortable buses at that time. So that was the thing. My father got into the luxury bus segment at that time.
Okay.
And moreover, dad used to have this vision, since the very beginning, we used to hear that, the kind of vision he had is he wanted to take people to places.
Correct.
That is how it actually,
That is
that
the
passion
USP.
came into him. He could foresee that, people want to travel from Bangalore to Hyderabad, Bangalore to Chennai. He wanted a platform wherein, people could easily do that travel. Going forward, at that point of time, no one would have decided, we would reach at this point of time that we would have so many hundreds and thousands of buses. That was a very different time. One or two
Yeah,
workers
I
doing.
would like to mention before that, even my grandfather, I would also name him a very great visionary at that time.
Mr. C. Abdul
Mr.
Aziz.
C. Abdul Aziz is his name. So he was the person who had the idea of putting the buses, starting the travel business at that time. So he was also doing some other businesses at that time when he had entered to the business. So the idea was born into the mind of my grandfather.
And when he started business, as far as I know, it was coal running buses.
Yes,
or something
we
like that.
had coal running
There was
buses.
no diesel running vehicles.
Wow.
At that
Okay.
time, the buses used to be starting. They had the motor in the front of the bus, and we had to start those buses. So we have been into the industry from quite a long time, right?
So let's say your grandfather started this business single-handedly, grew it, and then your father, Mr. Jabbar, took over.
Yes, true.
And then it is both of you.
True.
And very rare we have seen such businesses where two siblings operate unitedly
Yes.
and in a very friendly way. So, what has been your journey? What are the challenges that you guys have faced when you took over the business, and how do you manage to stay so united?
See, Miraji, Shakil bhai took over the business in almost 1993. 90, that is when unfortunately, my dad passed away. So, in the next 1 or 2 years, the family demanded, it was that, somebody had to get into the business, take over the business for the running of the family. So, that is how Shakil bhai got into the business. And then later on, I used to study. I was doing my studies. I finished my schooling. Then I did my college. Then 2003, 2004, even I joined in the business. And that is when I realized that, he wanted more hands. And we could see that, we were doing good. And now there would be a time that, we will have to, expand the business. So that is how we both came into the picture. And as far as the USP is concerned, we have been very well grounded. My mother used to always say that, both of you to be together, do business together. And for me, as a matter of fact, I would not deny the fact, losing dad at a very young age, I always looked up to him. So it was very easy for me, to gel with him. That is how it is. We don't have that sibling rivalry and all that kind of thing. Yeah, we do have difference of opinions sometimes, what he says, what I say, the way I think, the way he thinks.
So, who's more dominating?
He'll have to answer that because I very well know who's it is.
Dominating in the sense that he being the younger one, he has that leverage.
I'm actually more pampered.
He has a little bit of
I've
pampering.
always been that kind of a guy.
See, here what happens is, in the thing, keeping us together, I would like to mention my mother. My mother is the bond between us two brothers. She was the one after my father passed away. So she caught hold of all our four of our siblings. So she gave us the right kind of education, the right kind of values, the ethics, what we wanted at that time. So that was the major thing. Okay, and then down the lane, she had those values embedded to us. Okay, how you have to be together in the business. So it was her dream. Okay, we both of our brothers continue the legacy of my father for a long time to come. So that was one major bond. And then down the lane, when we are also into the business, okay, we see we have grown it to such an extent right now. So it doesn't make sense to break up the partnership for small issues. There are some points of, as he said, there are some points of discussion. But the thing is, okay, we sit together and we have our own discussions.
And we come to some.
That's actually very
we want to
beautiful
take it
because, as I
forward
told you,
together.
it's very rare that we see family businesses running together so successfully.
True.
So it's actually a
There
beautiful
are many
bond.
people. We see around ourselves also. Okay, there were many brothers who were doing the business. Down the lane, they have gone their own separate ways. So it's just the thing that we have come up to a level where our fleet has grown to around 70-80 buses right now. And we have the passion to do even more. Jamil always says, no, I want to do 100 buses. I want to do 100 buses.
That's a magical number for me. 100 is a magical number, but I would surely not stop at that as well. Hopefully,
That's the idea.
God willing, I would want to do more than that. But
Best
100 is a
wishes
magical
from
number.
our side.
So the idea is when we are doing such kind of a business, small issues don't mind to them. Then again, we have our own families supporting us in the business. So ups and down in the business, the families also come into the account. Okay, how are things going on the office and how are things going at the house level also. That's how we are keeping it up right now.
So now a question out of my curiosity. You guys run buses on a day-on-day basis. So how frequently you or your family travel in your own buses?
Not very frequently.
Not very frequently right now, but
we
given
do.
point of time, before some time, I was the one who used to travel a lot in my buses, my own buses on my own routes. Like, as I said, Bangalore, Hyderabad being the flag bearing route of our company, we are very closely associated with Hyderabad. As a
Hyderabad
city.
is like a second home.
It's
to
like a
us.
second home to us. And then I have my younger sister married in Hyderabad.
Okay.
That is a plus point. So we do keep traveling buses. So to get the feel of the route or on the buses. And then sometimes we make it a point to make our families also travel. So they do also travel by buses because right now nowadays all the buses are being sleeper buses. The kids also enjoy going in the buses. My kids, its kids.
In
So
fact,
it's-
my kids are more prone to our buses. Rather than flight traveling.
flight
I tell
traveling
them,
or car
but Meghaji, I you
traveling.
can understand. That time doesn't permit us. to do that.
The timing is on.
Time is a very
thing.
important
So right now,
thing right now.
whenever we are solo traveling, it's all by
It's always
major of
by
the travel is
air
by
travel.
flights.
But the Bangalore Hyderabad route, which is your major route, is as such where most of the people, especially the software employees, they prefer taking buses rather than the flights because night mein soye and next day morning you just
Morning
reach
you're
your
at your
destination.
destination.
So I think that's more of a
There,
preference.
the major advantage for software professionals is the airport being far away from city in Bangalore and
As well as Hyderabad.
both. And then you have the expense of the taxi going there, the up and down travel. So many people feel, even we as travelers sometimes feel that it is very convenient for bus travel to Hyderabad. So that is a known fact. People do prefer buses over flights in the particular Bangalore Hyderabad.
But overall, we'll have to understand. Over the years, the businesses have grown collectively. The number of travelers have also grown.
Number of travelers also have gone up.
So likewise,
you
air
have,
travel is
air travel
improved.
also, the
Correct.
passengers have improved. Bus travels also, the passengers
It's been
have
multiplying day by day.
Yeah.
Air travelers have been multiplying, bus travelers have been multiplying, and that one thing to understand is there is a shift sometimes. See, a person traveling in bus is always on bus only, but a person who's traveling in a flight, he can always try to shift to the bus. You understand?
Sometimes
a very
he might travel
rarely,
by a
a very
flight, he
small,
might travel by a
a
bus.
very small percentage of travelers who are traveling on bus regularly try to make that shift to air travel or train travel. But a lot number of people traveling on flight can
Flight
anytime
or
Any
train
moment.
move
can
into
travel in
the.
buses.
But one major challenge that we see about the buses is the boarding point. No doubt the boarding point is closer to your home, but locating a bus at that boarding point, unlike a train standing at, let's say, platform number 1-5, it's pre-decided. How are you solving for this issue?
See, for that, we have we have a number of apps coming in right now. For example, we are using GPRS. We are using that facility. We have pre-dedicated messages sent out to the customers. Today, it's very easy. For example, somebody in, say, Madiwala. He or she wants to board a vehicle in Madiwala. We have a dedicated point in Madiwala. The XYZ point number 1 in Madiwala, close to some metro station or close to a police station, something like that. It is a predetermined
Very
point.
few cases where the passenger is not aware of the location, then there will be a problem, I think. Otherwise,
No,
if they are
even-
familiar with the area,
Yeah, most
might
of
be
the
they
customers
might,
will be aware, will
not
be
have any
okay with.
problem
They'll
to board the
be. They know the location.
Yeah.
If they don't know the exact location, then always
They'll call up
our
the,
people are there. We.
Dispatcher of
That
the
is
bus
one
or
thing,
the
Meghaji, I
delivery.
would try to bring it into our notices. I always make it a point that, one dedicated person is there on one vehicle from the starting point till the last point. Say, if for example, we have around 18 to 20 different points. From the first point till the last point, there is one dedicated person on each and every vehicle.
Okay.
So, say for
How many people from your side are there on a vehicle?
There are two drivers.
There is one helper. There is one person called as a dispatcher. His work is only just to pick up all the 40 to 50 customers whoever are booked on those buses. Conveniently pick up those passengers on that bus,
Okay.
and then dispatch the vehicle. As to there should not be any problem as to pick up their luggage, finding the bus, finding the exact seat on that particular bus, all that.
Okay.
All the amenities is provided. He has to see to that happens. I personally try to see that if one dedicated person is there on that trip, then that trip becomes easy for most of all the customers.
So you you mentioned your father started the business when buses used to power on coal.
Yes.
And today, technology is empowering everything. So, how do you think technology has added value to your business?
Definitely, technology has played a great part in the business and the improvement of the business. As I said, the olden days, the buses were that was tedious and running those buses. Then gradually there was a shift into the diesel buses, and we have many companies right now who are vying for the slice in the business sales of the buses. So right now we would say we are trying to improvise on the technology part of the buses, and then we are trying to tie up with those buses who are a major thing, or their focus is major on the technology. So like I can say, we have buses from Ashok Leyland, we have buses from Aisher, we have buses from Volu and Scania. So the technology will definitely play a part on the buying of the buses or as such,
Okay.
where we have to make our decisions on buying buses.
So what do you think are the current major challenges faced in your industry?
And major challenges are right now, we different states have different rules and regulations.
Basically, the government policies.
Government policies, right?
That is a major challenge. Day by day, the buses are increasing in such a way that the government itself. Yeah, I don't deny the fact that they are not helping us. They
are definitely helping.
Definitely.
We can focus on one part. There has been a very big change brought about in the year of 2023, where the All India permit has been introduced.
Okay.
And we have been able to pay just one tax for the flying of all our buses in all the states.
Okay.
Before, we used to run Bangalore to Hyderabad. We have to pay 3 states of tax. We have to pay tax in 3 states: Karnataka, Andhra, and Telangana. Now, after the implement of the AITP, I don't have to pay 3 states of tax.
Okay, so running buses across any state of India, it's the same amount of taxes that you now need to pay.
Yeah, taxes, yes. It is just one tax.
Okay.
Apart from
One nation, one
decision
tax.
this is one major reform brought about by our Honorable Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari ji and our PM Mr. Modi ji. So this is one advantage we have been having in the last few years.
Okay.
There are some resistance in the state of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Kerala is not troubling much right now, but we are facing a little bit of issues in Tamil Nadu, where we have already filed a case in the High Court, and then we are expecting a decision regarding that very soon. Hopefully, we would have a favorable decision then. So the taxes part would be smooth.
We're talking about the customers. So here I'd like to highlight from AbhiBus, we being a very customer-centric company, we had introduced a program called Abhi Assured for the customers, which means that when you book a ticket with us under the tag of Assured, you are actually ensuring a safe travel for yourself. And in case anything has to go wrong, we'll give you up to 150% refund. That's the trust we have in our Assured bus partners typically. So what do you think as our bus partners, what do you think of this product?
Really, as far as I know, as we know, AbhiBus has been a very customer-centric company since the inception of AbhiBus. And the kind of service that AbhiBus has provided is always it's tried to tie up with the best of operators. Even in this, they have tried to get it to next level with AbhiBus Assured. AbhiBus Assured is a program where the assurance with the customer is much higher. Okay, the kind of buses they provide, the operator provides, the kind of service it is provide, whether it is punctuality, safety, driver behavior, staff behavior, everything. So here, AbhiBus Assured makes it very comfortable for the customer that, under this program, anybody who's sticking under this program, there are some set of points which have been noted down. If we fit into that, then we qualify for AbhiBus Assured.
Right.
So when operators like us are in that space, when we are able to do that, the customer is very much willing to book with such operators. So it requires an extra effort, to maintain the part of service. Yeah, from the part of the operator's point of view, and surely it has helped me to understand the game even better. It's been a good point for us as well. And, we get more bookings with that. But as you said, AbhiBus now promises a refund of 150% if there is any problem with that. Very rarely we do have such problems. We try to maintain to give the best of class services to the customers, and the customers are quite happy with it.
So in a way, when we say Abhi Assured, it's an assurance to the customer that,
Very much.
we checked everything for you, and we, on our trust, just trust us that everything will go right for you.
Correct.
In case of any unfortunate circumstances, if something has to go wrong, then here's the refund for you.
Yes, that is what we do. See, like I told you, there are some aspects which is not in our control. Like, say, for example, a mechanical breakdown. A mechanical breakdown can happen at any given point of time, which is out of anybody's control. In such scenarios, we try to get the vehicle on road as soon as possible. There is specified time, 1 hour, 1.5 hours. We tell the customers we have already made arrangements. The team will be reaching, the vehicle will be made on road. If at all we are not able to do that, then there is a refund. The refund initiative.
Now that we're talking of the customers and their, benefits, let's say, as a business, you must have received a lot of feedback from the customers, a lot of reviews from the customers. Is there any critical review that you can mention on the camera, or critical feedback that you've received from a customer and you've taken an immediate action against?
And right now, too, I think the major problem what we are facing is after the introduction of this BS6 norms, the vehicles are not up to the mark as compared to BS3, BS2 vehicles which were running 4 or 5 years back.
Can you simplify this for the viewers?
The thing is that these vehicles are a lot more
Advanced.
and then they have a lot more features which are electronic in nature. So the drivers are not very accustomed with these features. And then if there is any small breakdown, the issue is we cannot attend to the buses ourselves. Like our local mechanics cannot come and repair the buses on time. We have to stop the bus and then we have to report a call to the call center regarding the breakdown. And then the team has to come to the picture and then they have to give us the feedback.
So you were talking about BA6. Can you simplify it for the viewers?
Basically, BS6 is the emission norms which have been brought very recently to the travel industry. So the thing is, I feel that the vehicles, the OE manufacturers of the vehicles, they have just rushed in to bring us manufacturing of the 13.5
better research and development of these.
There could have been better research and development, and then there could have been a little bit more study on what the requirements of our bus operators are there. Then they could have bought the buses. Basically, BS6 is the latest trend of buses right now. And then we have been given the permission from the government to have this 13.5 meter buses.
Okay.
Most of the 13.5 buses which are coming into the market are BS6 buses.
Okay. So are these typically the new buses in the market?
Yes, those are all the new buses which have been manufactured by Eicher, Tata, Ashoka, Bharat-Benz and Ashoka.
So tell me one thing, sir. Does a customer ever ask you, whether this is a new bus or an old bus? Do you ever reveal to a customer, or he only gets to know once he goes to the boarding point?
No. There are a set of customers who, even before booking, they are aware of what kind of buses we are providing them.
Okay.
Raji, it's not that, we'll have to we'll have to tell them. He himself will get to know. See, not exactly, the customer would not be knowing that, whether it is a 2-year-old bus, whether it is a 5-year-old bus. But as far as my knowledge, the customer will know, this is a decent enough bus, which is 1.5, 2 years old. And he can differentiate which is 5 years.
Newness quotient does matter to the passenger also.
100%. Newness quotient does matter.
Will matter, and passengers are obviously liking to travel in a new bus.
Yeah.
So here I'd actually like
the vehicle,
to...
the better
The better.
maintained vehicle.
Absolutely.
That is a basic mentality. So that is why we try to keep our fleet
the age of our fleet as English.
I try to keep my fleet very young. I don't prefer having vehicles which are more in the fleet more than 3.5, 4 years.
More than 5-7 years basically. 3.5, 4 years is the
Majority of our vehicles, around 70 to 80% are not more than 3 to 4 years. And the remaining, because vehicles like Volvo and Scania, they are designed to run a lot more than
the
Indian
other,
version of the
traditional
buses. They can easily clock about 18, 19, 20 lakhs. So the such buses we keep for around 5 years, 6 years. But the remaining vehicles is all we try to change them I try to get new buses into the market. Okay, I try to get the new buses into my inventory, where the customers know that if Jabbar is there, then it is mostly going to be a new bus.
Okay.
And a well-maintained bus.
So here I'd like to add AbhiBus. At AbhiBus, we've kind of, introduced this filter. So when you actually go on to the app and open the home page, we've introduced a small filter where the customer just have to select just a
New bus.
We've introduced a new bus filter where a customer just has to go on the home page and just take the new bus filter, and he will get a list of all new buses. So, we've seen over the years, we've actually seen a customer search for new buses, ask for new buses, and that's where the technology being so evolved right now, we were actually able to have a model where, we could just filter out the buses, the data which is available in plenty right now. We've just used the AI technology and we've filtered out the new buses. So what do you think? I mean, is it going to be beneficial to you as you also want your customer to travel in new buses?
Very much, because you see, for example, what I try to tell is, the newer the bus, the higher the price. Okay? The older the bus, the
lower the price.
Because the maintenance cost would be low, the running cost would be low. But today, as we are
Not been saying, the maintenance part would be high. The running cost would be.
So do you think a customer is ready for this differential pricing?
Very much. Today we are seeing that, the customer is ready to pay the price. He is ready to shell out the price as far as, he has that kind of a luxury. The kind of luxury you give him, because the whole world after COVID, everybody has understood that, health is important. Likewise, luxury is important. Yeah, a very few customers who who might be very traditional, thinking that, I want to travel from Bangalore to Hyderabad, Bangalore to Chennai in a very small amount. But otherwise, the kind of customers I am seeing right now is the customer is willing to pay for the kind of service we give them. The best-in-class services, the best-in-class drivers, the best pick-up, drop, the kind of service.
Mindset of the customer has changed before COVID and after post-COVID. People are now ready to spend money on good buses, on good services, and good amenities. That is how the business model is working right now.
So what is your vision for Jabbar Travels going ahead?
The vision, Shikaji, would be basically for me, I would like Jabbar Travels to be seen as a platform which provides for sustainable transport system. And my motto is travel in safety and comfort. This has always been our motto. And because, Jabbar Travels is a very customer-centric company. We have always tried to see that my customers are getting what they deserve.
So that would be our message to customers also. Okay, travel by Jabbar, it would be safe and comfortable.
Yeah.
That is what our vision.
See, a mixture of safety and comfortability is what the customer requires today. So we would try to be, give the best of class, best of services available to the customers. Yeah, we would try to improve on our services as much as possible. We would try to increase, routes are also being increased. World-class buses like the amenities, all that, whatever matters for the customers would always be taken care of. And this is how I would try to strive into the, stay afloat in the industry and make a mark for ourselves. Basically, I would strive for the betterment of the industry overall. Customers would be happy. Today, I have the satisfaction, that my customers are very much happy with the kind of service they are getting from Jabbar Travels. And I would want to continue with that energy. This is what I want. The name to be remembered.
From the sustainability point of view, we are seeing a lot of operators entering into the EV buses. So do you have any plans to introduce?
Yes, we do definitely have a plan for the EV buses in the near future. Because I am also getting quite a feedback from the market. The shift is going to be towards the EV buses right now in the market. So we are talking with a few companies to introduce EV buses in our fleet as well. Basically, that would be on the prime routes which are operating right now, like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Bangalore, Coimbatore. Basically, we are in talks with a few companies for introduction of EV buses.
And more of it makes sense as well. EV is more green. It is more sustainable.
But do you think your major route, which is Bangalore to Hyderabad, is prepared for an EV?
No, they are
Not currently.
Not currently.
But
the
in
companies
due course of time, it will be.
we are in talks.
It will be well prepared.
They will be putting up charging stations across the route, like in Anandpur or Kurnool or Hyderabad. Once all the infrastructure is ready, we can definitely look about the buses.
But we are open to it. We are open.
We are definitely open.
We are
Because the thing where the whole world is turning now into the trend of EV bus. So I think
that is 2-3 years. The number of cars also they have increased folds. So I think the future is supposed to be electric. It is supposed to be green. I think we will be a part of it. If not in a very huge way, somehow whatever is our
transition of the diesel to
we will like to be a part of it.
wherever we will get the opportunity of introducing the buses, we will definitely try to make the move fast.
Got it. So, sir, moving on to the most fun-loving round. Let's move on to the rapid fire round. So, a small disclaimer before I start. I want both of you to answer, maybe look at each other and answer, but I want the answer very instantly.
Want it to be one answer or two different answers?
Or maybe two different answers. We can capture that.
I think one by one is better.
Moving on to our rapid fire question round.
Okay.
So let's start with the first one. So who was more mischievous in childhood?
Obviously, he's the younger one.
And who got more scoldings from parents?
He again, yes, clearly.
And in today's date, who's more patient with customers and the staff?
Me. I would have to. It would have to be me.
Who's faster in making decisions?
Me. He. Obviously, he. Because I am a guy who will take a lot of time to make a decision.
And who's got the tag of that chill brother?
Chill brother? Me again.
You have to be.
I am the chill brother. He is more responsible brother.
Irresponsible.
Okay, so this question specifically goes out to you, Shakil ji. So if your brother was not in the bus business, what is the other job he would be in?
Washes.
Okay.
Might be, yeah. Might be that. He will be a master guy.
And the same question to you for him. So if he was not in bus business, what do you think he would be?
I think he could.
Top level CEO or management.
Nice. And who has better sense of humor?
Shakil bhai.
That would be me. Yeah, I think I would be me.
Okay. And who's more likely to give freebies to customers?
I think
Shakil bhai.
me. Yeah.
I don't give figures.
He's
Very
very big guy. So I think it would be me.
And who's the emotional one?
Little bit hard. I think we both are emotional.
Yeah, we are
Our,
in our own way. In our own ways, we are emotional.
correct.
Got it.
Because emotions is what keeps us bound.
Keeps us together. Yeah. That is what we think.
I think, yeah, that's very important. The bonding that I see, I wish it remains forever.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shakil ji and Jamil ji, for being on the show. It was a pleasure to host you, and I had a lot of fun interacting with you.
As well, Ms. Megha. It has been a pleasure for us as well. And very nice. We have been happy. We are happy to be here.
Very nice talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.